Come on, Kay. Buck up, dear. The planets are very close to realigning themselves. I'm sure the next time that Fox proposes marriage, you'll be able to accept without fear of cosmic calamity.
Don't you get it? There won't be a next time. When I couldn't tell him why I refused his proposal, he assumed the worst.
Why won't you marry me?
I have my reasons.
What are they?
I can't tell you.
I don't understand. I thought you wanted to marry me. I thought you wanted to be my wife.
No, please stop. It's complicated.
It's Maria, right?
What?
That's why you can't marry me, because you're still in love with Maria's father.
Miguel?
You can't marry me because you're still in love with Miguel.
I've lost him, Tabitha. I've lost him forever.
Now what? Any hope of finding Otto Kraus through his tax records went up in flames, along with the entire tax records office itself. We're back to square one. No, it's worse than that. Because now Father's people know that we're in Hawaii looking for Marty, and they're gonna be one step ahead of us from now on.
Well, maybe not. There must be a way for us to beat them at their own game.
And what? Get hurt or killed doing it?
Sheridan, we've come this far. We can't give up now.
We might as well. Otto Kraus is gonna make sure that I never see Marty again. I can't believe this. Father won. The old man is in a coma, and he's still controlling everything.
Hey, not for long.
What do you mean?
I know how we can find Marty and take him home to Harmony.
Honey, are you sure Teresa can't stop him from taking that job in New York?
Yes, I'm positive, honey.
Well, what about the contract you have with Crane?
I don't know, I'll find a loophole.
What if there isn't one?
Okay, okay, listen, stay focused, okay? Lawrence Grant told me that we could stay in corporate housing in New York if we have to until we find our own place. Okay. And they have inns with the best preschools in Manhattan. So our little family has it made.
I can't wait.
I know, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna call the corporate relocation office, get this ball rolling, okay?
Okay. Oh, boy. I would like to think that Teresa will let us move to New York and take Jane, but I certainly wouldn't put it past her to try and stop us.
I agree. She is not gonna give him up without a fight. And as soon as she finds out Ethan has another job, she's gonna do everything in her power to keep him from leaving Harmony.
You didn't want to go to India. Gwen wanted you to. Because she knows that if you stay here in Harmony, she's going to lose you to me. That's exactly what's going to happen when you come back to work at Crane for me.
Teresa, you bitch! I will not allow you to ruin my son's life again.
Oh, my God.
Betsy, wait, this isn't what you think.
No, how could you?
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
What's it like being old and alone?
I beg your pardon?
Well, that's my future since I've lost Fox. A long, slow march to my lonely, weed-covered grave. Unless, of course, I luck out and get hit by a bus.
Oh, really, Kay? I haven't heard such drama since Thespis performed Electra in ancient Greece.
Yeah, I'm not being dramatic, I'm being honest. I've lost my one chance at true love. And poor Maria, Fox would have been the best stepdad ever.
Yeah, well, be that as it may, but accepting Fox's proposal wouldn't have made for happily ever after. It would have guaranteed misery and heartbreak for both of you.
FYI, that's what's happened anyway.
Yeah, well, you started on this dead-end road a long time ago, Kay. Back when you asked me to cast the spell on Fox to make him successful in business. And I told you then that the boys below would demand payment. And I'm afraid the price turned out to be the love you share with Fox.
It's just not fair. It's not fair.
Yes, well, evil never is, dear. But I dare say if you give up this notion of happily ever after with Fox, your debt to the dark side will be paid in full.
I mean, it's bad enough that I had to refuse his proposal because of the planets, but for him to think that it's because I'm still in love with Miguel, it makes it seem like that I've lied to him all along, and I haven't. I told him that I was over Miguel, but he just didn't believe me. He didn't say a word to me on the car ride home from the inn. He just dropped me off and he went home. Tabitha, why is this happening? All I want is to be with the man that I love.
Yeah, I'm sure Miguel will be back shortly.
You figured out a way to find Marty?
It's not without risk, but I think it'll work.
What is it? Tell me.
Well, we need people on our side who think like Alistair's people. And who better than my old mob connections?
What? No, absolutely not.
Please, Sheridan, just hear me out.
No, Chris, forget it. It is far too dangerous. All right, the mob has already tried to kill you. Now that you're free of them, you can't get involved with them again.
The mob said that they wouldn't pursue me anymore.
And since when are they known for their honesty?
That was business, and so is this.
No, Chris. Look, Luis already died trying to find Marty for me. I can't let you risk your life, too.
Wonder what Teresa's gonna come up with to try and keep Ethan here when she finds out he's taken a job in New York.
I can't even imagine.
But with all the Crane resources behind her, she could prove formidable.
You know what? With any luck, we'll already be in New York, away from her before she even knows what hit her.
Maybe. And maybe a giant pig will fly you there.
Hey, good news. I've started the relocation process.
Oh, honey, that is so wonderful.
Yeah, but I was on the phone and I remembered there's some things at the mansion I have to get. So I'll be back shortly, okay?
You're not gonna see Teresa, are you?
No, I'm going to avoid her like the bird flu. Why?
Because I am really worried about what she's gonna come up with next. Honey, if she finds out that you are indeed leaving, I can see her chaining herself to our car to keep you here.
Why don't you let her? After she's dragged 50 miles on the asphalt, she won't be a problem anymore.
Honey, don't worry. All right? We are going to New York. Teresa can't keep us here.
Honey, what about Jane? You know, she's already threatened to regain custody.
Well, even Judge Riley would have a hard time reversing a court order if I decided to press charges against Teresa for my attempted murder.
Oh, he's playing hardball. Just the thought of playing hardball just makes me tingly all over. But trust me, don't let your guard down when it comes to Teresa. Who knows what she's plotting even as we speak.
How dare you deny Ethan his transfer to India? What the hell was Alistair thinking, putting you in charge of the family anyway?
Well, it doesn't really matter what Alistair was thinking. What matters is that I am in charge, and he put me there.
Knowing you were every bit as hated as he was.
Well, I mean, the point is, I can do what I want, and what I want is for Ethan to stay in Harmony.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, that laughable adolescent fantasy you cling to from one despicable act to the next. Ethan loves you. Ethan wants to be with you the way fate intended.
That's right, Ivy. But it's not a fantasy. It's going to happen.
Ethan is married to Gwen. They're happy together. Why can't you just leave my son and his wife alone?
Is this rant going to go on much longer? Because I have got a lot of things to do today.
You know, Teresa, if you love Ethan as much as you say you do, why did you murder his daughter? Why did you sacrifice his unborn son? And why did you expose Ethan as Sam's son and not Julian's?
Ivy, I swear, I did not.
Never mind that you broke up my marriage and you broke Julian's heart. You denied Ethan his destiny, his birthright, his very identity, Teresa.
I admit, Ivy, that I did things that unintentionally hurt Ethan. But I swear to you, I never sent that information to the tabloid revealing his true paternity. That was Gwen and Rebecca's doing.
Teresa, The email came from your computer.
They set me up to take the fall.
Right, yeah. So you have claimed for years.
Well, because it's the truth. And I know you don't believe me, but one day you will. See, Gwen destroyed the evidence that night when she threw the discs into the incinerator. You remember that night, right? That was when you backed her up to make me look like a liar in front of Ethan. Well, what no one knew then was that Alistair has his own proof that Gwen and Rebecca were the ones who outed Ethan as your son with Sam. And now that I hold all the keys to the kingdom, well, I'm gonna use them to unlock every door, every drawer, every vault, and crypt until I find the proof that Alistair has. And when I do, I'm gonna show it to Ethan. He's gonna leave Gwen and we will be together, no matter what you think.
Hey, Fancy, this isn't the way it looks.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Fancy, wait, no. Fancy, wait, come on. Fancy!
I trusted you, Noah. I trusted you with my heart.
Fox, you've got it all wrong. I do not love Miguel. I love you.
Yeah, well then why did you say no to me when I asked you to marry me?
Because I couldn't say yes.
Well, that's great. I mean, that, at least clears it up for me.
It has nothing to do with Miguel,
Whatever
okay?
it has to do with no means no, right? So, Tabitha, if you don't mind, I'd like to grab my personal things out of Kay's room because, well, I'm sure you understand.
Oh, yes, yes, of course, dear. Take your time.
No, wait.
Just let him go. It's better that way for you and for Fox.
No, it's not. I love him. I want to be with him.
Yes, and he wants to be with you too. But the boys in the basement have nixed your nuptials. To go against them, and the planets would be asking for disaster. Look what they did to Kenny Chesney and that nice Zellweger girl.
My heart is breaking, Tabitha. I don't see how being with him could hurt any more than being without him now.
If I had a nickel for every time you said you were gonna win Ethan back, I wouldn't even need Julian to pay me what he owes me in the divorce settlement. Of course, Julian and I probably wouldn't even be divorced if the world still thought that Ethan was a crane.
Well, you're with Sam now. Isn't that what you've always wanted?
I wanted Ethan to run Crane Industries more. That's what he was raised to do. And not only did you deny him that, Teresa, you are in charge. You! Do you know how wrong that is?
Yes, I do.
What?
I agree with you, Ivy. Ethan should be running Crane Industries. It's what I've wanted for him, the same as you.
Then why did you reveal him to be Sam's son?
I didn't.
You just want him to work at Crane Industries so that you can be close to him and get back into his bed.
Look, if Ethan is as happy with Gwen as you say that he is, then my overtures to win him back shouldn't really matter. Now, should they?
Why would you give Ethan that much power?
Because I love him. And because he is the best man for the job. He would be fulfilling his destiny and the ambition that you've had for him his entire life. And after a few years at the helm, Ivy, Ethan could go into politics.
Run for president.
Which would make you powerful in your own right.
I suppose you'd want to be first lady.
Why not?
Because Ethan and Gwen are happily married.
Well, he won't be once I prove to him that it was Gwen Rebecca who outed him as a Bennett to the tabloid.
Please, not this again.
Well, it's the truth, Ivy. I swear it on my love for your son. Excuse me. Yes, Madeline, what is it? Thank you. It's time for my conference with the London office. So, well, just between the two of us, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do the best that I can until Ethan comes back to work at Crane. And after that,
The sky is the limit with Ethan in charge.
I'm ready, Madeline.
Ethan in charge.
Fancy, don't go. Look, I'll be down there in a minute.
Oh, what happened?
Pain in your back was too much for you, and you passed out in the shower.
I remember now. You kept me from falling.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put you back to bed, and then I have to go find Fancy, okay?
Fancy? Why?
Well, she saw us in the shower together and thought that we were together.
So sorry. I don't want to make trouble for you and Fancy.
It's okay. You didn't. All right? Look, I'll be back. I have to go find Fancy and explain what she really saw, the whole situation.
The situation in the shower.
Yeah, that and everything else.
Wait, Noah, don't.
Maya, look, I have to, okay? I can't lose Fancy, and I will if I don't tell her about us, about the attic, about everything.
Noah, please don't.
Maya, look, I love Fancy, okay? And she loves me too. I can't lose her, and I will if I don't explain everything.
I told you before. You will lose her if you tell her everything. The men that attacked me last night will see to that. Damn you, Noah. Damn you for making me love you, then breaking my heart.
Fancy, wait. Listen, you can't leave until you hear me out.
I know what I saw.
No, you don't, okay? Now, I swear on my love for you. Just let me explain.
Save your breath. I never want to see you again.
You are my passion for life.
The mob will not kill me, Sheridan. They've tried and they've failed. If I was in any danger, I'd still be in the witness protection program.
Chris, would you listen to yourself? Getting involved with organized crime on any level is a bad idea, and you want to put them on the trail of a little boy? No, absolutely not.
Okay, we'll just have to think of something else.
All right, I'll call the State Information Service. I'll pretend that I'm moving here with my family. They'll give me a list of daycare centers and public and private preschools. Father would insist on Marty being well educated from an early age.
You know, Alistair could have Marty homeschooled to give him a head start. I'm gonna take my laptop down to the lobby, see if I can get a listing of all the private tutors and the nannies on the island.
Good idea.
What was that for?
Because I love you, and because you agreed to look for Marty without involving the mob.
I can see now how that would bother you. The mob has to be able to find Marty sooner than we can, and that's all I care about. So what if I put myself in any danger of contacting these goons? All I care about is reuniting Marty and Sheridan.
Trust me on this, Kay. If you'd accepted Fox's proposal, things would be much worse than they are now, both for you and for Fox.
I don't see how. I mean, it kills me that he thinks that I'm still in love with Miguel.
Yes, well, better rethink that than know you had a certain witch perform woo-woo on him.
I have to tell him everything.
Define everything.
I have to be completely honest with him.
No. Why start now?
Because lying, it always gets me in trouble.
Oh, you just aren't doing it right.
I'm serious. I have to be honest with him. I mean, he deserves to know the truth.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, tell Fox that you stood by and watched his mother destroy your parents' marriage, and then you can tell him that you used evil to trick Miguel into getting you pregnant with Maria. Oh, and don't forget to tell him that Endora and I are witches, and you had me cast a spell on him, and that the you-know-whos live in my basement. Oh, if all that doesn't kill the poor boy, then I'm sure that the boys below will.
You know what? I'm sorry, Tabitha, but I have to tell him the truth.
Kay! Kay! That silly little mortal's gonna mess everything up.
Fox, wait. I have to tell you the real reason why I said no when you asked me to marry you.
Don't do it, Kay. You'll get us all fired. With real fire.
You know, how Ethan could possibly think that Teresa would just stand by and let you move to New York with him and Jane, I just can't even imagine.
Yeah, she's gonna try and stop us. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, but how? Oh, please let that be room service.
Mother, the B&B doesn't have room service.
Of course not. With this dump, it's probably the exterminator.
Ivy.
Oh, Ivy. Well, thank goodness you're here. Look, Gwen needs some fresh sheets, and I definitely need some fresh coffee.
I need something too. An honest answer.
Well, that'll depend on the question.
Ivy, what is it?
I need to know, are you responsible for Ethan's true paternity being leaked to the tabloids?
Ethan? Oh, I knew you'd come back. I knew you'd help me run Crane Industries. I mean, and it's not a minute too soon. Between pounds and euros, I was totally confused.
I haven't come back. I'm never coming back.
But you have to.
No, I don't. I'm through with Crane Industries, Teresa, and I'm through with you.
Just get away from me.
Hey, not until you hear me out, okay? What you saw up in the bathroom isn't what you think.
Oh, please! I found you and your ex in the shower together, naked. What were you doing, working on the plumbing?
Look, I was helping her.
Oh, more like helping yourself to her.
No, Fancy, okay, first of all, I wasn't naked, okay? I was wearing these pajama bottoms, okay? And secondly, Maya went to go take a shower alone, all right? And then I heard her cry out in pain, and so I rushed in to see what was going on. And she was in, her back hurt so much that she couldn't even stand up on her own. And she passed out, and then I went in to grab her so she didn't fall to the ground, and that's when you walked in and you saw me holding her.
You have an answer for everything, don't you, Noah?
Damn it, Fancy, I would not cheat on you with Maya, okay? I love you.
Well, I don't love you. We're finished, Noah. Get out of my life and stay out.
Fancy, don't be stupid.
Don't tell me what to do.
Listen, will you just cut the drama for 2 seconds, okay? Long enough so that you can put everything into context? Listen, Maya was severely beaten last night. Do you think she'd really be in the mood for making love? In the shower, no less?
Maybe.
Listen, all right, if we don't go inside where it's warm, I'm not gonna have anything to make love with.
Well, it is cold out here and you aren't wearing any shoes.
I had to stop you from leaving before I could explain.
You risked frostbite for me?
Yeah. Now, we're gonna go inside and you're gonna wait for me while I go upstairs and change, right?
Oh, so your clothes are upstairs with Maya.
My clothes are in my bedroom, okay? Yes, coincidentally, where Maya slept last night, remember?
Oh, right. Okay, go change. I'll wait for you inside.
Okay. Listen, after you hear me out, you will realize that you overreacted. Okay, it's you I love, Fancy, not Maya.
You'd better be telling me the truth. Noah, did you stop Fancy from leaving?
I caught up with her outside.
You've been out in the cold and the snow this whole time?
Yeah, I came up here to get dressed before I get, frostbite. Fancy's waiting for me downstairs. Once I tell her what's what, I'm sure she'll forgive me and everything will be just fine.
No, it won't. Look what happened to me. You're putting Fancy in danger by telling her everything.
What?
She could end up like this, or worse.
Maya, look, I can protect her.
Noah, we saw what happened that night in the attic. And look what happened to me last night. Can you really protect Fancy from the kind of people that you're up against?
Fox, I want to be with you so bad. My dream is to be with you and to be a family with you and Maria.
Yeah.
Saying I wouldn't marry you had absolutely nothing to do with Miguel. Yes, he's Maria's father and he sends money for her support and he calls sometimes, but I have no feelings for him whatsoever. I want to be with you. Only you.
I don't understand. All you had to do to make that happen was say yes to my proposal.
I wanted to shout yes from the rooftops, but I couldn't.
Why?
Why? Because...
Don't do it, Kay. Don't tell Fox what's what with this wicked witch and her woo-woo.
The truth is, I couldn't accept your proposal because of magic.
Thank you for your time. I can't believe this. 8 daycare centers so far, and not one of them has a child enrolled with Marty's description. I hope Chris is having better luck than I am.
Booth. Lenny.
Long time no see.
Is that Harold? Thanks for coming.
You need our help?
I know it's a lot to ask for given our history, but...
Business is business, right?
Right.
Speaking of business, there's a little something we need to settle before we help you.
Won't take long.
Maya, look, the bottom line is that if I don't tell Fancy the truth, I will lose her. I have to tell her about us, about what happened in the attic, everything.
Noah, telling her the truth means...
Look, it means that I'll have to protect her. Look, it's something I've gotten relatively good at. Since I've met Fancy, I've had to protect her from Vegas goons, from an earthquake and a tsunami, from a burning building, even from a fish processing plant. Anyways, look, really, how hard can it be to protect her from whoever's after us now?
I hope you know what you're doing.
I know that as long as Fancy is downstairs, I still have a chance to make things right again. All right? Goodbye.
I can't wait any longer.
Fancy?
Fancy, you in the kitchen? She left.
Magic. So what you're telling me is the reason you turned down my marriage proposal is because of magic. Magic.
Okay, maybe magic isn't the right word.
You think?
It's more of a cosmic thing.
Is that right?
Yeah, okay, here's the deal. See, the planets, they're all out of whack right now, especially Mercury.
Mercury?
Yeah, it's in retrograde. And that's not good.
Mercury's in retrograde. Not good.
No. So that's why if I said yes to your proposal right now, we would never be happy together.
Are you kidding me right now?
Poor Kay's future may be going up in flames, but it seems Endora and I are being spared, being burned to a crisp, at least for now.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm serious. See, when the planets are all out of alignment, it's like bad feng shui.
Huh.
So until Mercury gets out of retrograde, I would risk ruining our future together by saying yes to you right now. And I love you too much to do that.
Right. So what you're saying is you love me, so you can't marry me.
Right.
Aha.
It's as simple as that.
You know?
Simple. Kay's explanation was more confusing than our tax code. She better give Fox a better soundbite than that to chew on, or she'll be eating alone for the next 50 years.
So you think that Gwen and I leaked Ethan's true paternity to the tabloids?
I'm just wondering, that's all.
But why, though? Why now?
Teresa. She's just so adamant that the two of you set her up to take the fall for this whole horrible mess.
Ivy, she is also adamant that she didn't kill my babies. And that Ethan belongs with her.
I know. It's just, when you told Ethan about destroying those CDs of Rebecca's sexcapades, I backed you up. But Teresa seems very sincere in her claim that those CDs were actually proof that you and Rebecca outed Ethan as Sam's son. And at Alistair's murder party, Sam said that Alistair had secrets on everyone. I can't help but wonder if that isn't the secret that Alistair had on the two of you.
Ivy, this is so upsetting. I mean, to think that you would side with Teresa over us, it's almost unnatural.
Normally, I wouldn't. It's just,
Ivy, we all know Teresa. We know what she is capable of.
She will do or say anything to hold on to Ethan, and accusing us is just par for the course.
So the two of you are telling me that you had absolutely nothing to do with Ethan's true paternity being revealed?
Absolutely not.
You believe us, don't you?
You love me, Ethan. You cannot walk away from me.
Watch me. I just came here to get some personal things. Once I leave, that's it.
No, that's not it. You're going to be back. Once you realize no one's going to hire you, and you will need your job at Crane Industries to support the lifestyle that your wife is used to. But most of all, Ethan, you will be back because you cannot stay away from me.
You just don't stop, do you?
It's not me. It's our connection. And you can't break it any more than I can. It's always going to bring you back to me, Ethan. Always.
Excuse me. Mrs. Crane. Mr. Crane wanted to see the incoming intelligence as we got it, and since you're in charge now, I thought you might want to see this.
Oh, thank you, but I am not interested in that. As a matter of fact, I would like you to put a stop to all the spying and dirty tricks that my husband had you involved in. That's not how I want to do business.
Yes, ma'am. I'll add this to Mr. Winthrop's file.
Excuse me. That's information on Ethan?
Yes, Mrs. Crane. Would you like to know what it is?
Daytime. So, I bought you a ring. I took you away to a romantic inn. I proposed to you. And you turned me down because the stars are out of whack.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's astrology.
I guess you could call it that.
I would call it that, astrology. You said no to my marriage proposal because of astrology. Astrology, so the stars told you to nix my proposal. And that's why you turned, that's ridiculous, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Are you kidding?
Damn it. Fancy didn't wait. She must still think that I hooked up with Maya. God. Just about when I was ready to tell her everything.
I'm listening. Actually, I did leave, but decided to come back. So, prove I'm not a fool to trust you, Noah. Start talking, and don't stop until you've told me everything.
Thank you so much for taking the time to answer my questions. I appreciate it. Another dead end. At this rate, I'll never find Marty. What was that?
Ivy, please tell me that you believe us.
We had nothing to do with revealing Ethan's paternity to the tabloids. No, Teresa did that all on her own.
I believe you. But if I ever find out that you did hurt my son in such an unspeakable way...
Oh, you never will, Ivy. I guarantee it.
Come in.
All right. Got all my stuff from the mansion. We're going to New York.
This is so wonderful. We are finally going to be free from Teresa.
Mrs. Crane, would you like to see the latest information that we've obtained on Mr. Winthrop?
You know, I don't have time to read the report. Can you just give me the gist of it?
Very well. Mr. Winthrop is leaving Crane Industries and starting a new job.
What?
Mr. and Mrs. Winthrop and his daughter are moving to New York.
I cannot live like this, Ethan, not another second.
I'm not leaving here until you rescind your job offer to Ethan Winthrop.
The hell was that?